Today I'll be sharing how to make a very perfect fried stew that you don't need to heat up when you're traveling. I made this, it came out so good and I thought to share. Hi everyone and welcome back. For this recipe I'll be using chicken. This is hard chicken. You can use any protein of choice. I'll go ahead now to season with seasoning and salt. I'm going to be adding some onion, some green marinade to make it very tasty. Shout out to Jayon Brenny. Thank you so much for the feedback. Thank you for loving the recipes. Please let me know where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out in my next video. I left that to cook in its own juice. While that is cooking, this is the pepper mix I'm going to be using. I have tomatoes, bell peppers, scotch bonnets, onion, and garlic. Now it's been 10 minutes and I went back to check on the chicken. Now I'm going to be adding water enough to cook that chicken until it is tender. I rinsed those pepper mix and this is how it is looking now. Our chicken is ready after 30 minutes. I want it all tender. Now I'll pop this into my oven to try it. I blended those pepper mix and this is how it is looking. I'm going to cut back the cook time by squeezing out the water using a chiffon material just like this. Now that I was done, I added some oil into a pot. I'm going to be adding some onion and I'll saute that for 1 minute. This was 1 minute later. I'll just go ahead to add our pepper mix that we already squeezed out the water. I'm going to give this a stir and cover to cook. Now we're back to check on our chicken. It is well dried and this is how we want it. We left that pepper to fry for about 15 minutes. This was 15 minutes later. You see it's looking like we already fried it, right? Yeah, that is how to cut back your cook time when you're making a fried stew, okay? Now we're in with some salt, curry powder, thyme, seasoning, and salt. Just add those based on the quantity you want, based on your preference, okay? Now I want to add some chicken stock. This is very important, okay? This leaves your stew so tasty. I covered that and went back to check. You see it is coming so well. I want the chicken to cook in this fluid so that they can all be fried together. I will introduce the dried chicken into the stew and I give it a stir. Now I'm going to cover this to continue cooking. This was the rest. I'll just save this for something else. I left that for another 10 minutes and guys, a fried stew is ready. You can travel with this if you're going to stay in an hotel and you won't have access to your cooking material. You can have this for as long as you're gonna stay. I hope you enjoy watching this. Thank you so much for watching.